Here we have come to the last official full day of the trip. Day 3 in Rome has by far been my best day throughout all the days. I was able to knock off a thing off my bucket list. I visited an actual Olympic site. I had the opportunity to visit the site of the 1960 Summer Olympics located in the heart of Rome. The experience was definitely one that I would have honestly never believed I would have the opportunity to encounter. I also was able to explore some hidden gems that Rome had to offer, thanks to our guide, Loredana. She introduced the group to parts of town not commonly explored, but definitely worth passing through.
Well, we're overlooking actually the Roman Forum, what we call the Roman Forum. We are above the Capitoline Hill, and we're overlooking one of the largest archaeological areas in the world. We call this, the whole of it Roman Forum, but the actual forum was just a square. So what you would see in the middle of it. But if we start from the right, you can see, first of all, on your right, the hill, on our right, is the Palatine Hill, where the Imperial Palace was. And then if you go down, where you have these remainings of columns, this was a basilica made by Julius Caesar. If you think of Julius Caesar living before Christ, you can understand basilicas were not churches but tribunes, law courts. Behind it, the 3 columns belonging to the Temple of Castor and Pollux, and in the distance, the Arch of Titus. If you go to the left, you will see the Colosseum behind a church, which is the Church of St. Francis from Rome. On the left, the round Temple of Romulus, the Temple of Antonio, Pio, and Faustina, where those columns are. Many columns are in the distance, and then the closer building to where we are now, the closest one, let's say, was the temple of Saturn. Saturn was a very important god because he was protecting agriculture, so very important for the Romans. As a first-timer, I would go to the Colosseum, of course, and I wouldn't skip the whole area here, but I must say my personal favorite place in the city is the Pantheon, because it is the best preserved temple still existing in Rome, with the most amazing architecture, the widest dome ever built in ancient times, and perfectly preserved since it was transformed into a church. So I would say these two I wouldn't miss, and of course St. Peter's, because in Rome we have 2 symbols, ancient pagan Rome, the Colosseum, and Christian Rome, the Church of St. Peter.
We as a group also had our last meal, which happened to be a 4-course meal. And on the last day, one could not forget gelato. It had become an essential item. Reporting from Rome, Antonio Reese.